Welcome to Polk Today. I'm your host, Brian Lacey, and today is Tuesday, October 28, 2014, and we start off today's show with Building a Healthier Polk. They're a group of community partners brought together by Polk Vision who are working towards the goal of reducing the obesity rate in Polk County. Now, a reduction in the obesity rates in Polk County aligns with the Florida State Health Improvement Plan and the Healthy People 2020 goals. Joining us in studio, a new view, communications specialist Andy Arell, and of course Scott Schabloom with the Florida Department of Health, going to talk a little bit about flu shots.
Hey, thank you so much. Scott, lovely to have you here. How's everything with you today?
Good to see you, Andy.
Excellent. So I know that the flu is always a very serious topic, especially here in Polk County where so much time at work is lost by people because they're down with the flu. What do people have to do to avoid the flu?
Sure. One of the most important things people can do this time of year as we move into cold and flu season is to take that time necessary to go and get your flu shot. It remains a person's best defense against getting the flu this time of year.
Is there anything else that people can do?
Well, one of the things we want people to understand and to practice is what we call these healthy hygiene habits. That would include washing your hands with soap and water and not just relying on the alcohol-based hand sanitizers. Those can be effective against some germs, but really it's no substitute for good old-fashioned hand washing. Other things that we would suggest would be if you've got to sneeze or cough, to do so into a tissue instead of using your hands. And if you don't have a tissue, use your corner of your elbow. We call it sneezing or coughing like a vampire because you want to cough like this. And then I guess maybe the third thing, Andy, would be if you're feeling sick, if you're experiencing symptoms, certainly if you have a fever, then stay home from work and keep your child home from school.
Well, it definitely sounds like getting a flu shot is a very important first step. But where can people go to do that?
There's a variety of places throughout our community. Certainly your primary care provider could provide you with one. The health department clinics throughout the county have flu shots available, as well as many grocery stores and drug stores offer them as well.
Fantastic. And I know that a lot of people are trying to avoid the flu simply because it kind of looks a lot like Ebola. So definitely get your flu shot so that you don't get the flu, so people don't start worrying about having you quarantined, right?
Right. There's a lot of health-related issues in the news, and so it's all the more important as we move into cold and flu season that people take the necessary precautions that they have available to them by practicing those healthy hygiene habits and certainly staying home from work or school if they're beginning to feel sick.
Well, Scott, thank you so much for coming out and informing us about this very important subject.
Good to see you, Andy.
Brian, back to you.
Thanks, Andy. You heard it here. Make sure you get out and get those flu shots, okay? You know, Heartland Crime Stoppers is an organization that helps law enforcement resolve crime through anonymous tips and monetary awards. It encourages a cooperative partnership between law enforcement, the media, and the community to ensure security and enhance our quality of life. Here's a look at a lady using a stolen credit card that you should be on the lookout for.
Can you identify this woman? She is seen here using a stolen credit card at the Easy Way drive-thru on 34th Street Northwest in Winter Haven on August the 21st. The credit card was taken along with other items in a residential burglary that occurred the same morning. Now, the card was canceled, but the suspect seen here attempted to use that card. If you know who it is, you recognize her, give Crime Stoppers a call, 1-800-226-TIPS, 1-800-226-8477.
Staying on top of the events here at Polk Today includes a look at the weather. For the latest forecast conditions and a look at what's happening in the tropics, we take you to the Emergency Operations Center with EOC Coordinator Billy Abernathy. Hey, Billy.
Thanks, Brian. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bill Abernathy, Polk County Emergency Manager from the Emergency Operations Center, and this is your weather brief for Tuesday, October 28, 2014. Today we can expect sunny skies, high of 86. Low of 64, humidity at 95%, UV is at a 6 out of a 10, which means sunscreen every couple of hours 30 SPF or higher, and also wear some protective clothing. Higher points for the UV rays will be between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. today. And for Wednesday, we can expect mostly sunny skies, patchy fog before 8 a.m. After the fog burns off, we can expect a high of around 86, low of 65. Winds will be light and variable. And for Thursday, we can expect mostly sunny skies, high of 86, low of 64. Winds will be from the north at 5 miles per hour. Over the next couple of days, you'll notice the temperature will be rising a little bit. It feels a little bit more muggy with the higher humidity levels, but we'll have a cold front coming through on Friday, and hopefully the little bit of shower activity associated with this cold front will be through for the little trick-or-treaters, so we'll have to wait and see. Now to the allergy reports. Today, the predominant pollens are at a low to medium for ragweed, grasses, and juniper. For Wednesday, we can expect pollens to rise to the moderate range as a result of the drier air. And now to the tropics. Currently, emergency management is monitoring one area. This area is identified with a yellow circle. This system is just east of the Lesser Antilles. This system is producing large to disorganized shower activity. This system is moving to the west-northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Model guidance are suggesting that this system is going to stay on the current track of a west to northwest track, and then eventually more of a northerly turn, and then more of a northeasterly turn away from the United States mainland. We'll have to wait and see. That's just what the model guidance are indicated. Development of this system in 48 hours is at 10%, and in 5 days at 20%. And that's it for the tropics. I'm Bill Abernathy, Polk County Emergency Management. I'll see you back here tomorrow on Polk Today on PGTV. Back to you, Brian.
PGTV is Polk County's government access cable TV channel. Our programming allows residents easier access to county government meetings and local programming. Now, one such program is the Commissioner's Report. The purpose of the show is to educate and connect the public with the Board of County Commissioners. The show highlights current government news and the way the county functions and how the County Commission is making a difference in the lives of Polk County residents. Vice Chairman of the BOCC, George Lindsay, stops by the Commissioner's Report and talks with host Jim DeGennaro.
What are some of the main criteria that are used to award these tax abatements?
It gets back to economics, dollars and cents. How many new net jobs, not expanded existing jobs, but new net jobs are being added? The average annual wage, we want to raise the average wage in Polk County, so there's room in the full spectrum of moving that up. The amount of capital investment, not only the building itself, but the equipment and the hardware, the tangible personal property that goes inside the building,
yes, sir,
which is all part of the tax base. We also look at the environmental impacts. We want to make sure that this is a positive influence on Polk County and not to be a distractor. But one of the areas that I'm particularly proud of is that we encourage them to use local trades, local employees during the construction process, not just the hiring process at the end, and use local suppliers for materials.
And what safeguards and oversight are employed to protect the public's interest in these tax abatements?
Well, this is not a once and done program, which has plagued some other jurisdictions in other states where substantial concessions have been made and in a short period they evaporate. This is an annual review. Even on a 10-year program, it allows for up to 10 years. And the applicant has to report annually to your office. Then you or your agent makes a site visit annually. Sure. And as long as they're complying with what they represent they will do, the tax abatement will continue for the next year. If there is a change in ownership, they must give notice requirements. And if the new owner, that's fine if a new owner is going to continue the early representations. If the owner is going to go off in a different direction, that would put the tax abatement at risk. So it is closely monitored, and make sure that they met the representation on new hires, salaries, and the capital commitment.
Let's go over a couple of the projects real quickly that you're probably aware of, obviously. The Brew Hub. This was the first one that we did. They located out at the Lakeland Interstate Commerce Park, I think owned by Wesley Beck. Brand new business to Lakeland, kind of a new business model.
It was a new business model, and you know, some guys had a great idea. I think they were formerly with Anheuser-Busch.
Yes, sir.
And thought there may be a niche market for smaller micro brewers, and so they put together a business plan, raised the capital, and brought forth their representation, and we were pleased to support it. And as long as they're performing, we'll be partners with them in that regard.
That's going to do it for today's show. As a reminder to keep current with programs or progress in the county, I want you to visit that brand new Polk County website. It's at polk-county.net, or follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and I even invite you to check out the Polk County YouTube channel. Hey, check back in with us tomorrow when we will take a look at the Polk County Fire Rescue Diversity Recruitment Program, learning about housing and urban development, and get Halloween safety tips. For Polk Today, I'm Brian Lacey, and we'll see you tomorrow.